Brett, I want to thank you for coming to camp. And my name's Thad Johnson with ABC, and we're going to talk about a couple things in your video today. To start, like to talk about your balance point, okay? And some of the things that we're looking for to get our pitchers into when they get up to the balance point is a sound position over the rubber. Eyes should be facing the target, and if you take a look here, your face is actually looking towards the ground. Okay, and really, the balance is a very important part. It sets the stage for your delivery. So you want to make sure that that your eyes are focused on your target. It's going to give you an idea of where your mind needs to start thinking about how to get the baseball to the glove. So let's do a better job of that as you make your way towards home plate. You want to make sure that you have a slight dip in the shoulders, in your shoulders, on your hips, okay, which you have. I mean, if you look at this line right here, and they start talking about players keeping their weight back as they begin the throwing motion, a slight hip tilt is going to let us know that that's exactly what you're doing. You got a lot of weight on your backside. And as you continue forward, those hips should stay slightly tilted, and you'll be able to see this a little bit at the point where you lose some of your lines, some of your direction towards home plate, and weight gets a little bit forward. A couple signs that guys' weight transfers early are the top half starts to rotate out early. Those hips. The hips start to level off, start to almost point downwards. And if you look when you land right here, your hips are actually in a pretty good position. However, your front side is opened up, okay? And one way to see this is your hips are going forward, okay? And your chest right here, if you can see your front side when I click on this, that shoulder is just it's starting to open up. Your chest is starting to open up, and your shoulder's starting headed in that in the left position. Ideally, I'm going to back this up one frame because it'll be about 2 frames. When your foot lands, this is where your shoulder should be. So as you can see, your weight is just that slight shift in the weight a little bit early. This frame right here on your top half, okay, that's what you should look like when your foot hits the ground, when your left foot hits the ground. So you're getting out a little bit early with that front side. Okay, you should think of it as a door. The door should stay closed as long as possible, as your hips will open up early, and your top half is going to follow. It shouldn't be the other way around. And right now your top half is opening a little bit before your okay. Great way to work on this, okay, is just put yourself in it's a one knee drill where if you're basically were to drop yourself from this position, put your back knee onto the ground, leave your left foot as it is, and you just work on throwing the baseball, rotating your top half, keeping it closed initially, and then locking it up. And what'll happen is you pull harder with your left side, and you pull harder with your glove side to throw the baseball. You're gonna lose your balance a little bit on the ground. So it's called a one knee drill. As we go to the release point, what you're gonna start seeing right here, is your head, and I want you to focus on your head. And we just got done talking about kind of that left to right action, and you pulling your front side early. If you watch your head right here, as you start to release the baseball, what you're going to see is it's almost called we call it a head whack, and what that means is your head is just really snapping to the left because your body is going that way, okay? And you start fighting the direction of wanting to go back to forward, and now your body wants to go right to left. So just as I talked about on balance, your eyes want to be on that target. Well, at release, you want to be on that target. Your hand's actually in a very, very good position to throw. Your glove is staying nice and tight in front of your body. We always talk about having the glove and having the foot in line at release, and as you can see, you're in a good position right here. The glove and that foot are right where they need to be. You need to really do a better job with the posture of your upper body and get yourself a little bit more upright. Get your eyes on your target so you can see the release of the baseball. Move the follow through. Perfect position as far as what you're doing with your lower half. I mean, you're really aggressive through the baseball. You're creating some hand speed out in front, and you got yourself, and a lot of coaches talk about having this this flat back position, and you do it well. So we're going to go. This is going to run through frame by frame video here, and kind of backtrack. At the balance point, you want to work over the rubber. Your eyes want to be on the target, and your weight back as you make your way towards home plate in that direction part. Should be in line with home. Your hip opening up before your shoulders, and that's definitely one thing you need to work on. You start talking about the keeping your weight back and staying rubber as long as you can, which you do a pretty good job, and your lower half direction is pretty good. When you start talking, we get into the release of the baseball. Okay, you need to keep your head on line, and I believe the one best thing that you can do, because as your top half gets overly aggressive, you're going to start to fall off the side, the left of that line when you're playing, and really lengthen out that distance when you do that drill. It'll help you. The further you can throw the ball doing that one, I think the better the more you'll start feeling the balance issues you're having at release. Overall, you're a big, tall guy. Your arm looks like it works well, and I just want to thank you for sometime soon.